Hello, this is Ari from Paratopia.ca, and I just wanted to make this quick video to go through your website and kind of give you some pointers on what I think you could do to get yourself some more leads, right? Because who doesn't want more leads? So, right off the bat, when I come to your website, I can tell that you might have done this yourself. Looks like something that you made maybe with like a GoDaddy builder or maybe even like Squarespace or something, right? And there isn't really much content to look at. There isn't any keywords or mention of what city you're in or the services or anything like that. You do have this contact form here, but it's not enough, right? In general, like I would go through a client's website and I'd give them specific pointers on what to improve on. But in general, I think you just need a new website from scratch. Start over again and look at your competitors that are actually established for inspiration. So, for example, right, if you type in cleaning company Surrey, and we just, let's go to one of the higher positions here, like Mary Maid, as an example, right? If we go through their website, once it loads in a second, you'll see that it's very content heavy, right? If you hover our mouse over their menu, they got tons of pages. There's a separate page for one-time cleaning. There's a separate one for spring cleaning, move in and move out cleaning. So it just goes on. It's not just a one-page website. And there's two advantages to this. Number one is that it establishes authority for you, and it shows Google that you have a lot to say about the topic. And number two, if the pages are optimized correctly, each one would answer a question that your potential customer would be looking for. So let's say if somebody is looking for spring cleaning services, if that is what your customer wants, and let's say they're typing in spring cleaning services in Surrey, British Columbia, it's more likely for this type of page to show up than, let's say, your homepage, right? Because your homepage doesn't mention spring cleaning services, right? And I don't think it mentions the word Surrey either. So if your content on your website doesn't answer what your ideal customer is searching for, you're not going to show up, right? So this is why it's important to have lots of content that is optimized and relevant to what you think your ideal customer would be looking for. So there's that on the website. Like I said, you're going to have to start over again from scratch. I would really recommend hiring a professional to help you. There are some grants available. I think there's a $2,400 grant from CDAP. As long as your business has been around for at least a year, that could definitely get you started. If not, try shopping around or see if there's anyone that give you a quote and get you started on that. As for your actual business profile on Google Maps, right? I had to find you by looking through your phone number, because TSP cleaning, it's actually the same name as like a cleaning compound or chemical. So it's going to be kind of hard for your customers to ever find you through your brand name. So, if you're very early on, it could be something to reconsider, maybe rebranding. But that's another conversation that you can have later on. Um, some tips that I can give you right off the bat by looking at your business profile. Number one, you need more Google reviews, right? Your competitors in Surrey, right? Population of what, 500,000 people roughly. I grew up there. Uh, there are upwards of 100 reviews in the top three positions, from what I recall. So try your best to solicit some reviews from your customers and people that you know that can attest to your skills and at the very least to your character and your customer service, right? And another big thing is to actually show your address, right? I know you're hiding your address here. Maybe you're working from home, you're not established with an office or a commercial address. But it's really important to show your address because the Google algorithm, it will give preference to businesses with the address shown. Google themselves, they'll never admit this, right? But as someone that is in this industry, we've done plenty of testing and we can prove that usually the top competitors do have a visible address shown. If it is your house address, don't be afraid. No one's going to knock on your door, right? Unless maybe you did like a really terrible cleaning job or something. But at least in my experience, in my years of doing this, I've never had anyone come to the door of any of my clients, right? So that's, two things right there. Get more reviews, show your address, and those two alone, if you do nothing else, they will help you get some more calls, at least a couple more calls a month, depending on how many reviews you can solicit, right? Um, Other things you could do, right? I think your description is a little bit short. You should max it out. You're given about, I think, about 750 characters, maybe even 1,500 characters. I can't recall from memory. Fill it out for sure. Put as much writing as you can in there. If you're not sure what to put, look at some of your competitors, reverse engineer it. Okay, that's three. And number four, you only have this one photo up there, so make sure that you add more photos. Put photos of your site, photos of your equipment. If you have a cleaning van, uh, put everything up there. And lastly, make sure you're posting regular content onto your business profile. Treat it like a Facebook page or an Instagram page. Okay, if you don't have those, set them up. They will help you. And just post lots of updates and content, right? That should be enough to at least get you started for now, right? Once you get to that next step, maybe in about 30 days or so, feel free to circle back, once your address is visible and you've solicited some reviews. And I'd be happy to take another look for you and give you some more tips on the next step. And, if you got budget available or if you're eligible for a grant, I really, really recommend getting a new website. I don't think this one can be salvaged, especially because you made it with Squarespace. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Hopefully that you found this video helpful. And if you have any other questions, feel free to contact me. My website is partopia.ca, or you can message me on Facebook at Ari Aziz. Anyways, man, take care. Have a great night.